Hello, ladies and gentlemen. NanMan here with my next StarCraft 2 cast. This is actually game number 2 from the loser bracket between LiquidSheth and VileIllusion. And let me take the time, of course, to announce these players. It is, of course, spawning over here in the right-hand side, the 3 o'clock position on MLG Shattered Temple. It is one of the most mannered players in the game. He was formerly of Team Root, formerly of Team FXO, and now on Team Liquid, it is LiquidSheth. And in the close by air position, it is our blue Terran, a pretty much up-and-coming player that not very many people know about. Surprisingly enough, he's actually a very, very strong Terran player. It is VileIllusion. And as always, if you guys don't really know too much about the players, or if you want to know a little bit more, you should check out the descriptions below, because I always post links about these players and more information about where you can find them. And that was really cool trick that Illusion did in the beginning, having that first SCV, or one of his SCVs, pop on over here and do that scouting. This is something that players should always do on levels such as Shattered Temple and Metalopolis. We are going to be seeing he is going to go for this wall-off style of play over here, very standard against Zerg on this kind of map. And if you guys aren't familiar with the MLG version of Shattered Temple, of course there are these supply depots located at the bottom of every ramp to prevent any pylon wall-offs or bunker wall-offs that did take part quite some time. And there are the fixed spawn locations that are the same not only for the latter edition, but the MLG version of it. It is close by air and cross spawns only. So we are going to be seeing a double Rax play out of Illusion to open up, so it looks like he's going to be going for a very aggressive bunker rush style of play first, and that actually is going to be a little bit tough for Sheth to deal with, because he did go for this hatch first. He did just drop down his pool at the 16th supply now, and he's going to be scouting with this drone though, and does see the first SCV popping on over here, and that's really not too much of a tell, because you know your players can start scouting with this SCV. But I do like that he did pop on over here to scout to see if there were any proxies or anything like that. And look, that was really cool of Illusion, building it on the high ground, then lowering it down there on the low ground. And SCV versus drone battling it out, and drone's going to get out of there as 2 more SCVs do get pulled off. And now he does realize, okay, there's got to be some sort of bunker rush going to be happening with so many SCVs on the field. He is being very, very cautious with this, pulling a lot of drones. He was going to be going right for mining, so now he's got to be careful and keep an eye on when his opponent is going to be moving up. We do see already 4 SCVs have been grouped up. Looks like this one wants to try to repair this other SCV, and looks like he's going to start building down on this low ground. One cool thing is you can start cupping these units in here and really get in a very nice defensive position, and he is going to start trapping these 2 Marines in here like this, and so these ones will be unable to be hit. So if any units do try to stream down the ramp, they will start taking hits from these Marines in this little pocket here. He's going to start streaming a couple more. It looks like Lings are going to start to try to engage. They do try to get us around, but it's not going to be enough. He does pull back, and now these Lings are going to be used purely for trying to deny any more reinforcements. And one bunker is finished up. The second one's going to finish as well. And now there are 1 spine crawler finished up. The second one is on the way. He is still producing more Lings in this. And looks like one of these Marines does get cleaned up. And now he's going to realize, okay, I can't keep streaming these here. And he's actually being aggressive with these 3, pulling it back to clean up those Lings. And looks like here is Sheth's time. He is going to try to move in, and with that 1 bunker, with these 2 bunkers full of Marines, he's going to actually back up and try to cut off any more reinforcements. These 3 are going to start poking up, and it looks like he wants to engage while this spine crawler is burrowing. And nice, he does back up here, and both of these are now in range of these 2 bunkers. There are enough SCVs to keep the repair going though, and nice, just pops out, unloads, reloads, unloads, reloads. This will really help prevent the amount of damage that the Marines will start taking, and with those Lings being pushed forward like that, he can't keep unloading like that. We do see a couple more Marines have streamed across the map, and nice, does poke up. This bunker really has not taken much damage, and now this one started to take quite a bit, so he has transferred 2 more over there to repair that. And Sheth is not looking like he's in that much trouble at the moment. If one of these spines do go down, he's going to be in a little bit more of an awkward position. He does have a lot of Lings on the way though. 10 more are still in production, and nice, he is Oh, what? One Marine did get trapped out of there. and he does take out one spine crawler. This spine crawler is going to be, oh, he starts to stream a couple Marines in there, or a couple links in there. They do get picked off, and he is doing this little micro trick with the Marines. Looks like a couple links try to stream out a little bit premature there. And, ooh, this spine crawler is getting dangerously low. He is going to be able to snipe this spine crawler, it looks like. And, oh, it does go down. So now he just has lings to deal with this. He does have metabolic boost. Just about finished. As soon as it finishes, he will most likely start to engage. And here he goes, going and streaming down from the upper ramp as well, and gets a huge surround. They are not going to be able to repair this. And all of these Marines are going to be able to get trapped in there. He does do a nice transfer to this last bunker and tries to take out a few lings in all of this, but very nice defense out of Sheth. And now Illusion is in a very tough spot here. He does lift up that barracks and throws it on the high ground. He can lower or raise this supply depot and maybe even consider getting a bunker up here as well, because that is a lot of lings that are going to try to come up here, and ooh, a couple of them do get picked off. And now he's going to start running up the ramp and doing as much damage with those Marines on there. He decides, you know what, I'm just going to back up. I would like to see him keep a couple down here, just to keep an eye on when his opponent decides to try to move back out. There's that bunker going down. Looks like he's going to switch and add a tech lab onto this barrack. Added on 2 more racks, and that command center is just now finished up. Looks like he's going to go for a double SCV, double mule production in the main base for a little bit, adding on an engineering bay as well. And look, even scouting with this barracks, pretty cool to do. Instead of having to use those scans up, he wants to concentrate on those mules, and looks like the lings do want to start heading up to be aggressive again. If we look at the income tab here, we can see that Sheth is at 32 drones compared to the 26 of his opponent, and this barracks really is like, okay, you still are on your hatches, you're really not doing too much anything crazy, you're not really taking any more Vespian geysers as of yet, and notice the lair is not on the way, so it's just kind of like, I'm sure he will scout over and check to see if these destructible rocks are being attacked or going down. And he's getting pretty close. He does see lings are starting to damage these destructible rocks. We'll see if he decides to park himself up here or if he decides to scout over this way. We do see the bunker has been salvaged, and he's going to start moving his way down to the lower ramp with these 4 barracks with the Marine production on all of them. Stim has just now started. Combat shield is on the way as well on this second barracks. He also has that +1 infantry weapon started, and he's going to start getting that natural expansion up and running. Nice. I really like this play out of Illusion. He did this a very similar style on Tal'Darim, going for this supply depot wall. I mean, if you know you need to add on supply depots, why not just continue to make yourself a little bit safer by adding on these supply depots like that? And, ooh, over in Sheth's base, we do see he has added on that Evo chamber. And, oh, lings do run in there and do get picked off a little bit. And what I was trying to say before those lings interrupted me there, we do see that +1 ground carpenters on the way, as well as that baneling nest. He's taking that gold for his first third, and this, ooh, 1 barracks has been thrown down to deny this base from coming up, starting to build a marine, but we'll probably see those lings come and clean that up, no problem. He is going to start slowly getting those creep tumors to connect all of his bases. I would like to see him connect his main and natural a little bit more. And here come the lings. They're going to pop in here and be able to clean up this barracks. This 1 Marine did manage to get out of there, and ooh, Sheth is able to see it just barely out of the corner of his vision, but backs off. And looks like there is going to be a nice little timing attack. He +1 just finished, as well as combat shield and stim, and only lings are out right now, but he does have a lot of lings and gets a huge surround. Stim does come out, but these Marines aren't going to be able to get out of there. They do take out quite a bit of those lings and all that, but that was so many Marines that did get taken out in that engagement. His wall off is complete right now. I like that there is a Marine to patrol around these truck blocks in case Sheth was taking those out. We do see that the factory with reactor is being added on. This will allow him to do the little swap as soon as that starport finishes up, so we can start producing double medevacs. He's going to be adding on a reactor onto all of his barracks with the exception of this one here. And now looks like this tech lab is going to be, or this factory is going to float over to this tech lab, so we can start adding on siege tanks and just go for a very, very standard Marine siege tank style that he did in game number 1. These lings are over here being quite active now and starting to take out the structural rocks at the third base of Illusion. We do see that the barracks did float over and get an idea exactly what his opponent is doing with getting that gold base up and getting this fourth base. We do see an infestation pit on the way. I would also like to see a macro hatch go down, especially since he is getting that. He has the gold base up and running, and he's going to be having that fourth base up very soon. We do see +2 ground confidence has started, as well as that +1. Where is the? Oh, they're right here. A little of that +1 ground confidence, or +2 ground confidence, as well as that +1 melee attack. He's getting that centrifugal hooks to increase the speed of banelings, as well as getting that pathogen glands. So it's going to be quite a scary little force that Sheth is going to be having soon. We do see that Illusion's up to 113 supply compared to the 125 of his opponent. And, ooh, going for a little bit of an elevator play here with the Marines. Goes into the main base, takes out the Queen, takes out that Baneling. And Lings do try to stream in. And nice stims and moves his way back. These Lings on the low ground are going to be a very nice defensive position, but that is a lot of Lings. They do run and get a good surround, but these Marines down here are very nice and safe, especially with these Marines on the low ground. But if he starts morphing in a few more Banelings, he will be in a little bit better position. 3 Infestors are about to pop, and he does have enough 4 Fungals. Lings on the low ground and the high ground, gets a complete surround on all of these Marines, and now he can really just start fungaling these medevacs if he wanted to. And nope, just going to drop down a couple of infested Terrans right now. And nice, he waits for them to pop and then does the fungal. One goes down. Oh, wow, they get away. This one gets, no, pull it back. Oh, one did, almost got away with 5 health. Another one's just kind of sitting here with 40. It might actually be taken out soon as well. We do see structural rocks are going to go down at the third, but the structural rocks are already taken down on the left-hand side. And back here we do see that +2/+2 has started for Illusion. We do see he has started adding on those siege tanks, as well as siege mode was researched. Over at Sheth's side, he is getting burrow and adding on more Lings and infestors, adding on more of these extractors. He needs to think about getting nice. I like these defensive spine crawlers to help deal with drops, and Sheth is posturing up over on the left-hand side to go. Oh, runs right into that siege tank blast, but does take out that tank, and now he can start going for all of these mules and Marines. Go straight for those mules that were just landed. He's forced to lift up his orbital command, and all the mules do get taken out, and now he can just really back off, but especially with these tanks on the low ground here. You see 5 infestors have been joined up with the group, +2 melee attack has been started, and looks like we are going to see a drop in the main, trying to target down that Queen. They do manage to take the Queen out, but the Marines do go down as well. Spine Crawler has been added on, and we are also seeing +2 melee. Burrow's finishing up. Hive has started in the natural. I like that he did choose his natural to become his lair and Hive. That's because, I mean, it increases the health of it. When he pushes in, that's going to be his main line of defense. And we do see that Lings are going to start pulling back. A couple Marines do want to try to poke their way in here. Siege tanks have been thrown down on the low ground here. They do have vision with these Marines on the high ground. And, oh, fungals them and does end up, oh, one does barely get away with 10 health. But no, they chase after the Marine, and they do get cleaned up. That will completely cut off vision of the high ground. He does have this medevac that he can move up and get vision again. But let's check out the income, and this is actually a complete opposite of how last game went. We did see Illusion was very much so ahead in the income, but since he's been stuck on these 2 bases, Sheth has been able to get his 4 bases up, have 86 drones, get his economy completely dominating over his opponent. We do see Illusion is trying to get that +3 infantry weapons, and it looks like he wants to move in here and try to clean up these Lings and infestors, but he's in a very awkward position and slowly just poking up with 1 or 2, going, alright, get out of here. I want to take my 3rd now. We do see the double medevac production still out of that starport here. He's got 8 Marines being produced at once, as well as throwing in a couple Marauders here and there. Did not opt for that concussive shells. Those Marauders are really going to help absorb against things such as those Banelings. And looks like there was another drop over here that tried to get out of there, but it is going to be cleaned up by those Queens and infestors. And we do see that Sheth is getting that +2 melee attack, as well as +3 ground confidence, adding on an Ultralisk Cavern, Adrenal Glands on the way, as well as 11 Banelings. But here comes the Marines running in. They are stemming up, trying to take out that Evo Chamber, and they do get it! +3 ground carburetors is denied just for that little bit longer, and he does drop down another one right away. He can start up now, and we do see he does. Looks like all of these lings are going to start streaming up. Sheth is very close to max at 179 supply compared to the 153 of his opponent. He is adding on all of his fans. Oh, nice. Takes out this drop. No problem. He is adding on his entire side of the map, getting his 5th and 6th bait. And now look at this. Lings do stream their way in here. There's no way to contain it with just a bunch of supply depots. Marines do stim up and try to deal with it. Siege tanks are trying to shell down on all of these lings. He is forced to run all the way back. Huge, pretty much puke up of infested Terran eggs are now dropped all over this base, and now this command center is forced to lift up again. Illusion is dropped down to 129 supply compared to the 130 of his opponent, but these infested Terrans are doing so much damage. Nice burrows and starts to run out of there. SCVs are trying to battle out and try to deal with these infestors, but these infested Terrans are able to delay and let these infestors get out of there, no problem. Oh, even dropping down a couple more to try to snipe this medevac. I like it. It is going to be able to get out of there now. The little though, no problem. And I like the spread of these overlords for Sheth to try to spot 4 drops. We do see that +3/+3 has just now started for these Marines. And back in Sheth's base, he does have 12 Ultralisks in production. Also getting that chitinous plating to increase the armor of those Ultralisks by 2. He's getting another spawning pool. Was it taken out? Ooh, there was a drop that came in and took out that spawning pool. I really like that. Illusion is trying to do everything he can to stay in this, even though he's been stuck on these 2 bases. And we do see a couple more infested Terrans have been thrown down at the siege tank to try to take it out. But, ooh, he does scan over here to check for it. He's dropping down a missile turret as well. We do see that the expansions are now up and running with the exception of this base, but it really doesn't matter that much. The gold base is almost mined out. He can transfer all those drones over there as soon as that finishes up. And, ooh, huge fucking Marine comes out. But they do get fungled. He does see that there are Banelings, and they explode all over those Marines. And now the Ultralisks and Banelings and Lings are able to push their way in here. They're infested. Infestors are just kind of building up energy. Now they start dropping down those infested Marines, and here comes the rest of the army. Siege tanks are going to go down very quickly. These Ultralisks just tear through them, especially with their 2-4 armor compared to this +3/+2 of the Marine. And nice fungal goes down, and he's going to just start tearing through them with these huge amount of damage of these Ultralisks. He's got 5 more in production. Still going to be streaming more units across the map. Illusion is doing everything he can, trying to micro back and stim up, and he's actually going to be able to take out a lot of these Ultralisks, but this base is completely denied mining. He is going to be forcing his way into the natural expansion. A couple Marines that are left are doing everything they can, but it's not going to be enough. Illusion is at 85 supply. A couple infested Terrans have been dropped down as well, and oh, I don't know what Illusion can really do, and GG is called for game number 2. Sheth ties it up 1-1. So we're going to be going into our 3rd and final match in this best of 3. The winner continues on, of course, in the loser bracket, and the loser is out of the tournament altogether. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to find out a little bit more information about these players, be sure to check the description below, because I do like to post up quite a bit of info about the players, like their streams and their team websites and all that good stuff. And really, this game was very exciting to see that Sheth was able to get all of his bases up, get his economy up, even though Illusion was trying to do those drops to deny, of course, upgrades coming up, take out a spawning pool here and there. But overall, Sheth really was able to get his 3rd up, get his 4th up, get that gold running. Gold was almost completely mined out, and Illusion was struggling to get this 3rd base. I mean, just economy-wise, it was very much so favored in Sheth, and he was able to dictate how the game was played. So thank you guys for tuning in for game number 2. Be sure to click anywhere on the screen now, and that will take you into game number 3. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next game.